Hello everyone, Alan McCannon here. Today we're going to try to take the mysteries out of pitch in a shotgun. It seems to be a little confusion about what pitch is and how it relates to shooting a shotgun. Now I have a special tool here that stock makers use to measure the different parts of a stock. For example, right here I measure, this is lined up flat with the rib. It measures about 1.1 right here at the front of the comb. It measures about 1.8 back here at the back of the comb, so that makes this a parallel comb. It's parallel with the rib, of course. Right here is the heel. It's about 2 inches of drop at the heel. Now, we're talking about pitch. Pitch is the angle that is relative to the plane of the rib. As you can see, this tool will allow us to measure that or set it, and then you take a protractor and you line it up and you can measure the degrees of pitch that this gun has. Now, a simple way, or the way us country boys do it, empty gun, as you can see, safe environment. Go anywhere in the house where you can get or up to the wall and stand your gun up against the wall like this. Now, what we want to do is we want to measure how far the barrel is from the wall at the muzzle. This is a simple, easy way. You don't need any tools, just a little something to measure with. It does work better if you take the recoil pad off, because the recoil pad has got a little spongy to it. But this gun has roughly got about 4 inches of pitch in it. So, that's how, or the right amount of pitch for me. That's probably not the right amount for everybody else. Pitch is relative to your stance. I've made some little tools here just for the video to show how stance affects pitch. Now, what I've got here is just a piece of wood that I can hang on my shoulder, because it just so everyone can see. If you take something and I stand here straight and lay it on this, you can see the angle that my chest is. Now, when I get into my shooting stance and I lean forward, I'm going to turn this to 90 degrees. We're going to act like this is a gun, and this is the recoil pad or the butt of the stock. I get into my shooting stance and I bring the gun and slide it back to my face and bring it to my shoulder. You see at 90 degrees, it's going to touch down here and it's going to be way off up here. Now if I bring the gun up like this to my shoulder, then you see how high the gun's pointing. So that will not work. Now if I put some pitch in this piece and I bring it to my face and back to my shoulder, then it's making contact at the top, it's making contact at the bottom, as you can see. And this is what we want. Now, if I get too much pitch like this, what happens? The gun is hitting at the top, or the heel of the gun. It's not hitting at the bottom. Well, when the gun recoils back, it's going to do this. It's going to slide up my shoulder, and then the gun is going to hit me in the face. It's almost as bad as if it doesn't have enough pitch like this. When the gun goes off, the muzzle's going to rise, the gun's going to come back, and it's going to hit me in the cheekbone. A lot of people have a problem with this, and it's all relative to stance. As I said before, when you lean forward, the more you lean forward, the less pitch a gun needs. The straighter up you stand, the more pitch it needs. So the question is, okay, we know what pitch is now. How do I know how much I need and if it's working right? Okay, you go to the club or wherever, you can do it anywhere you can shoot the gun. When you mount this gun and you bring it to your face and everything, and you shoot the gun and it recoils back, the gun should come straight back. There should be no muzzle rise when the gun goes off. As a matter of fact, I like my gun, because of shooting doubles and skeet, to actually recoil. When the gun goes off, it will recoil down slightly. Not much, but slightly. That gives me a better view of the second shot on doubles. Now, you go out and you shoot it, and you get somebody to watch you and see, does the gun come up? So what do I do if it does? Okay, real simple, and it's real easy to tell. Remember, we had 4 inches of pitch checking it this way against the wall. Now, loosen your recoil pad up. Take something like, this is a washer, but a nickel, a quarter, whatever. Now, it does not take much to change the pitch. Pitch will change a lot with just a little bit of change here. Most of the time, if you change the pitch, you can either sand the stock or have the stock cut, or you can buy what they call a pitch spacer if you need that much pitch. As you can see, it's thicker at the top, thinner at the bottom. It would go between the recoil pad and the buttstock of the gun. Now, as you noticed, I stuck that in there, and if I was at a club and I saw somebody's gun that needed more pitch, this is what I would do. Loosen up the pad, put something at the heel, and tighten it up and let them shoot it some and see, does that work with their stance. Now remember, we had 4 inches of pitch a while ago. Now we've got 5.5 inches of pitch, and all we put in there was something the thickness of a nickel. That is a huge, huge change. So be careful. Don't get too much pitch in it, but experiment with it and experiment with your stance. And remember, the more you lean forward, the less pitch is necessary. And women are notorious to stand up straighter than guys, and they're also made a little different than guys. So women always take more pitch than a man. I hope I have solved all the mysteries about pitch, how to adjust it, what it is, and how it works. I'm Alan McCannon. Good day.